Ooh, it's been a long time coming. Today, we're unboxing the Kamado Joe Kettle Joe. Hey, I'm James from Smokin' Dad Barbecue, and I am so excited to be able to share today's unboxing of the brand new entry into the kettle space by Kamado Joe. It's called the Kamado Joe Kettle Joe. And so what makes this grill special and unique is a couple of things, including a ceramic firebox as well as a SloRoller insert. I can't wait to dive in. So what do we need? What tools, what steps to set it up? I don't know. You're going to figure it out just as I do, because I don't think there's any videos out at the time of recording that show us how to do this, what's inside the box. And I thought it'd be great if you could follow along, see what's in the box exactly as I see. We'll figure out how it goes together, get it all assembled, play with some of the toys on it, and do a break and burn. Not that it needs one, but at this point, I've been waiting so long for this grill to arrive. I can't wait to play with it. So we'll do that if time and daylight and weather permits us to do that. So without further ado, let's get unboxing. So the game plan is I'll take you fast forward with the camera nice and close so you can see everything that's going on. And when we find some cool stuff to play with or something that prompts a conversation, I'll zoom out of fast forward and share that with you then. Let me bring the camera nice and close and start opening up our Kettle Joe. All right, so that was literally 2 minutes to get to this point. So now I have our Kamado Joe Kettle Joe sort of spread out all over the deck so that we have access to all the components. And I was also able to locate deep inside our packaging our Kettle Joe instruction guide. So this has just got about 3-4 pages that we need to navigate our way through, starting with assembling the legs. But before we do that, just like other Kamado Joe products, I'm continued to be impressed with the packaging innovation. Do a really good job fitting a lot of stuff in a small box in a secure way, but also in looking what we have to do, not a ton of steps. I think it was 4 pages of instructions. So we're going to get started right now. I think our first step from memory is assembling the legs onto our base, and then we'll move on to installing our hinge as well as some of the internal components of the grill. So let me get the camera nice and close. We've got a couple of pieces of hardware to remove and start attaching our Kamado Joe legs. All right, so we've got our Kamado Joe Kettle Joe all together. So anything that we observed or learned different assembling the Kettle Joe versus any of the other Kamado Joes that I've put together. And so Kamado Joe did warn me that as part of getting this unit fast to be able to do some unboxing videos and share it with you, that I would be receiving a pre-production unit. And there was definitely a few of those pre-production little kinks I noticed while putting this together. The one arm on the bottom wheel leg assembly, which I've been told in email is going to be different for the final production version. All that'll be sorted out. There's a little bit of a screw that was hard to do. Same thing inside, the 2 screws with the nuts that hold on our hinge assembly. That was a 2-person job. It was a little tricky to hold everything in place. It would have seemed easier if that screw was about 1 millimeter longer and just allowed the nut to adhere. And the last little thing is our vent cap, which is on and easy to adjust and slide, but those tabs were a little tricky to figure out how to get to line up so that they would drop right into place. So again, Kamado Joe let me know in an email. All of those things are noted and will be sorted in the actual production customer version of this Joe. But just wanted to go ahead and share. Those are a few things that took me a little extra time to sort out what I'm used to for many of the ones that I've purchased and assembled myself, where they had none of those little niggles. Anyways, now let me bring you closer and show you how we're going to assemble it for our first fire. So the game plan now that we've got a fire going is just to let this run for about an hour or so between 350 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure if there's any oils or packing material or anything like that. And so before we ever throw food on, I like to, just out of force of habit, do a break in burn to help make sure there's nothing left in there that we don't want on our food. Speaking of our food, this is a barbecue after all. So what is on your mind? What do you want to see us cook first? Go ahead and let me know right now in the comments below what our first actual cook for doing a proper review of the Kamado Joe Kettle Joe should be. Anyways, I hope you really enjoyed today's unboxing and assembly. I've been looking forward to this grill the moment I saw the teaser videos at the end of last year. I hope you're just as excited, and I can't wait to dive in to a complete review as well as share some cooks with you. If you enjoyed today's video, please let YouTube know by smashing that thumbs up button, and let me know by hitting subscribe to catch future videos, especially ones we'll be doing with the new Kettle Joe. I'm James from Smoking Dad Barbecue signing off. Remember, don't be afraid to fire it up.